sleeping with multiple women when I have a main chick, a girl that I see the majority of the time. And I'll tell you exactly how I set it up. I've been a big Tate fan for a while. Before he blew up the internet, before he went massive. I think I came across Tate a couple of years back. First time I saw him, repulsed by the fella. I was a bit of a beta back then, and I just didn't understand his philosophies. But over time, he's grown and shaped me as a man, and my life has become exponentially better listening to Tate's philosophies. Now, Tate's exploded on the internet, and it's led a lot of young guys to follow his dating philosophy and advice. And the thing about Tate, if you've watched enough of him, you'll understand he's very brash, very harsh, anything but a normal guy. He's a top 1%, top 1% guy. He's a fucking alpha male, and he can get away with a lot of shit that your average guy can't get away with. Now, this doesn't mean that Tate's philosophy is totally wrong. It just means you have to adapt it. And I think any guy can adapt it to make his life, his dating, exponentially better and become a more masculine man. But you need to understand how. Top G dating philosophy. High value men are much harder to find and replace than high value women. You'll find high value, beautiful women in any bar in the world. Therefore, a high value man can utilize his power in a relationship rather than take shit from some hoe. Okay? That's the general rules. It's like if you become a high value man, you're wealthy, you're charming, you're good looking, you're in great shape, you can fight, and you're a top G, then you can get away with stuff. For example, men can have multiple women, women can't have male friends, women can't go to the club without you, and women should do as I say. So I'm going to show you how you would adapt these rules if you're a normal guy and you're not playing as a high value male, because these rules have to be adapted slightly, and you can't take exactly what Tate says as gospel. So, to start, women can't go to the club without me. Easy to enforce as top G. Harder for the average Joe. My take on this is that if your girlfriend wants to go to the club every weekend without you, and she wants to go and get smashed with her friends in what is pretty much a dangerous environment full of men looking for sex, then you've got a bit of a problem. That girl should not be doing that. Now, to say she can never go to the club is where it becomes different. I don't even think Tate fully does this. I think if a girl has a group of friends that you trust the friends and they're going on a birthday and it's very occasionally, very rare, once every couple of months, and the girl asks you politely, she says, would I be able to go out? Can I go and hang out with my friends and go to the club for a birthday? I even think Andrew Tate's going to turn around and say, yeah, no problem. I'll pick you up, I'll take you there and make sure you're looked after. That's looking after a woman. That's not, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think that that's some crazy rule. But the way you need to frame it as a man, if you're the average Joe, is you need to have a serious look at your girlfriend if she is going out every weekend. And then you need to say, look, babe, if you want to keep me as your boyfriend, I don't mind if you go to the club, but I'm not going to be here anymore. Okay, so it's your choice. Like, it's either me or the club. If you want to stay in a bit more, occasionally go out with your friends for a birthday, that's fine. But I'm not comfortable with you being in a dangerous scenario every weekend. It's not on. And you just lay it down like that. If she's not on with it, if she wants to go to the club over be your girlfriend, then you've come to a very good decision, and you can go and be a single man again. So there you go. This one's upsetting because I got a few messages of guys that were like, oh, I've broken up with the love of my life. She broke up with me because I got angry about her having male friends, and I told her that she couldn't have male friends, and now she thinks I'm super controlling, and she broke up with me, and all her friends think I'm a weirdo. And it's like, yeah, that's going to happen, buddy, because you're not top G. You can't just go around saying you can't have male friends. And Tate doesn't explain this very well. So my experience with this is my ex, her two best friends, she had female best friends as well, but her two main best friends were guys. I met her through these guys. I knew them at university, these two guys. And from what I could see, it all seemed to be very pally. There was no issue with anyone sleeping with anyone else, and it seemed to be very normal. The two guys were very good friends, and they were friends with my ex. And when we got together, I never mentioned anything about having an issue with these guys or her having male friends and that being an issue. She just naturally gravitated towards me because I was her boyfriend. So she stopped spending one-on-one time with her two male friends, and she started spending that time with me. Didn't have to say anything. Absolutely normal. Two guys were sound. I made very good friends with them as well. And whenever she did want to go and see them, the majority of the time after that, we would just go there together and we would hang out with them because I like these guys as well. And then very occasionally she might go and see those two when there was other people around. So I don't feel there is the need to enforce this straight away. Because, for instance, if I had enforced this with that ex-girlfriend and I'd said, no, you can't have two male friends, I would have just seemed totally controlling and quite abusive as a partner. And those two guys, looking out for their friend as they should, wouldn't have allowed it. And I would have been out of there quick. So you've got to be very, very careful. The red flag is when a girl is spending more one-on-one time with a male friend than she is with you. This is a fucking huge red flag unless that guy is totally gay. This is a terrible issue. But the majority of the time, she will have some male friends and gradually she will spend less and less time with them because she will be spending time with you. So you don't have to worry so much. Just keep your eyes out for the red flags of one-on-one time with another male best friend. And that's where you can say, look, I'm not so comfortable with this. Because she, on the flip side, would not be comfortable with you with a straight girl going and hanging out together all the time. Okay? So that's very, very simple. That's how you do it, boys. You've got to be careful. You don't want to come across as the abusive, controlling guy. The way you frame this is very important. Tate frames things like this. He says, look, I don't mind if you have male friends. It's just not something I'm going to take seriously. So if you want me to take you seriously, then you're not going to be able to see those male friends anymore. Otherwise, it's fine. Like, we can still maybe bang sometimes, but I'm not going to take you seriously as a girlfriend, and we're just going to have to end it here. Now, that's a very different conversation and a very different choice for a woman than having to sit down and have you tell her, you're not allowed male friends, blah, 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 being abusive and controlling. So that's what you've got to be careful with Tate's stuff, because I can understand how, as a young man, you could take that the wrong way and land yourself in trouble and find yourself losing a girl that was actually decent. This is the hardest one. This relies solely on the setup. But you've got to ask yourself this question. Why would a beautiful woman put up with your effectively bad behavior of sleeping with multiple women or effectively cheating on her and then be loyal to you at the same time? Why would she do it? What's the logical reason for her to do it and actually be happy still in a relationship? And the number one way to do this is to become high value enough that she feels like she can't replace you, and give her a good enough time so when you're together she feels like a princess. She's so certain of your love for her that even if you do bang someone else, you can just say, oh, it was some hoe, and she won't mind. And you've got to find a way to give her things that other guys can't give her. Because I guarantee if you're just some chump and you start cheating on your girlfriend, she's going to be out the door, because there's plenty of other guys she can find that are on your level or higher. If you're a super high value guy that's showing her the best time of her life, showing her the world, you've got everything that you could ever ask for, and you're able to treat a woman properly, look after her, give her the best time of her life, she's going to be very, very resistant to leave you. And that allows you to ask for more things like, oh, do you mind if I occasionally sleep with other women? You're much more likely to get the yes response when she feels like she can't find a better guy. Otherwise, this is going to be tough. I've recently managed to use this one of Tate's philosophies to effectively set up me sleeping with multiple women when I have a main chick, a girl that I see the majority of the time. And I'll tell you exactly how I set it up. So we started seeing each other, and I was seeing multiple people, me and this girl, and we got on very, very well. She was a lovely, lovely girl, and I was very honest from the start. When she said, oh, you see other girls? I said, yeah, I see some other girls, like pretty normal, young guy, single, no problem. She's fine with that. We've just met each other, no problem. It's just a casual thing. Start talking more and more, find out that we quite like each other. She's into me, I'm into her. And she asked me, what sort of thing are we going to be? And I say, look, I'm at a point now where I really don't want to settle down with any girl long term. I can't commit to that, and I'm not monogamous. I don't want to be with one girl. I want to be able to sleep with other women. And if you're not okay with that, I mean, I understand. I'll just stop seeing you. And it was the fact that I had other plates spinning that made her think, well, do I want to leave this all? Even though I'm having a good time with this guy, we get on really, really well. He looks after me. I take her out. I get her whatever she wants. She looks after me in return. We have a really good thing. She was thinking in her head, do I want to lose this guy who's one of the best guys I've been with? That's her words. That's what she thinks about me. And not have him anymore because he just wants to occasionally sleep with another girl. And she thought in her head, no, I would rather just put up with that. And very occasionally, if I'm out with friends and I want to, I will sleep with another girl. But I don't do it that often. And we've actually got a very good relationship and a very good sort of agreement because I don't feel trapped. Whereas in every other relationship I've had, I've been pretty much waiting for it to end because I feel so trapped. In this, I feel like there's free reign, but also because of the maturity of the woman that I'm with, I feel a lot of respect for her. And also because she does things for me, she looks after me properly. She's very, very intelligent in terms of how you should look after a man. So those things make you actually feel affection for a woman and make you not want, I don't want to go out and see a load of different girls all the time because I'm happy with this one. Occasionally I will, just so I don't feel trapped. But that's how you set up, that's how I've managed to set up the agreement. It was just being her best option and having other options yourself. Allow you, if you're able to walk away, it's then her choice. And if she agrees to it from the start, you've got a much better setup. I'm totally honest. If she asks me, whatever she asks me, am I messaging other girls? Have I slept with other girls? I'll tell her exactly straight, no problem. And she might get a little bit angry. You put an arm around her and you say, don't worry, that girl's just a hoe. You're the one who I take out for dinner. You're the one that comes to hotels with me. That's how you make it work. So, there you go, boys. Be careful with it. Tate, keep smashing it. You're a legend. You're top G. Boys, check out the Gorilla Clan. Link in the description if you want to come join the Brotherhood. Get the testosterone boosting course that I offer and all my training programs. It's all included in a special offer in the link. Check it out now. And I believe that will be all. Whoppa, 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 whoppa.